It is the end of another month, which means today we are checking out the Star Stable March blog, which includes horse tack, horse bonding, and a player character update, talk and stuff. Horse bonding, you guys. I'm really excited for this one. People have been talking about it all over Instagram, but I haven't actually heard what's going on. People have just said, this sounds good. So I'm excited to check out what's actually going on, what Star Stable are talking about in March and things like that. So let's get into it. I'm like doing these hand things, which you guys can't even see because the camera cuts. It's fine. Okay. This is written by Hannah. Oh my gosh. It's Hannah spelled wrong, but that's fine. I'm just kidding. I love you, Hannah. Hannah Patch. Nice, okay. Third time's the charm. Spring is slowly but surely starting to show its colors. For the March edition of our blog, once again, Marie Cecile Jack, our inspiring producer, is back at it, blessing us with a new update on the player character project. Our talented art lead, Lotta, I'm not going to pronounce that because the O has an accent and I don't know Swedish. I don't know Swedish enough. I studied it for a brief time on Duolingo, you know. But that was years ago. Is sharing some of the work that goes into creating the horse tack. Oh yeah, that's right. I also saw on the Instagram, they said they talked about why horse blankets and things like that haven't been updated yet or haven't been brought in yet. So that's very exciting. Finally, is it Carolina or Carolina? Our amazing game designer gives you a glimpse into the important work of improving the experience and bond between player and horse. Player character update. Oh, we're starting off with the player character update today. Okay, usually it's at the end. Okay, let's focus this month on clothes and items, as the player character will have a new body. What they wear needs to be updated too. This is something that I'm very intrigued in. Okay, 3D models are called meshes. I know that from like Sims custom content. So good. Anyways, and the higher the number of faces, polygons, a mesh has, usually the better it looks. As you can guess, the new player character has more polygons than the current one. But even if we had a new way to automatically shape the old clothes correctly to the new character, it would look odd, as they also need more polygons to look consistent in quality. This is getting to the tech. I love reading about this because I feel like a lot of people, especially when you're younger, you just haven't been exposed to this yet. So I think that's a really good reason why Star Stable should talk about this. But making games isn't easy, and polygons, as confusing as they are, yeah, a lot of stuff goes into it. So I love that they're like exposing all of their audience to the technicalities of game development to hopefully educate them and things like that. On another hand, if we increase the number of polygons on the items, the textures, the color, the details of what is painted on the mesh can't be used anymore. And we clearly can't repaint everything, as we're talking about almost 10,000 textures. Come on, Star Stable. I got lots of clothes, man. Our amazing 3D artist intensively, sorry, Moira is like falling off of me right now. She's on my lap, but she's like literally about to slide off and she doesn't even care. She's just sleeping. The intensively researched the baking options, which usually apply when you go from high resolution to low resolutions, not the other way around. She consulted several people and spent weeks testing the best approach. And as you can see in the picture below, she managed to have a brand new coat with more polygons and still keep the original texture. Yay! Yay to the amazing 3D artist. We love you. We love you. See, this is kind of the thing where like it took weeks for them to figure out just how to do it on one amount of clothing. Now they have to do that for everything. And all whilst they're doing this for weeks on end, working on the character update, they're bringing out a new update every single week. There's not a ton of games that actually do what Star Stable does, and I really appreciate them for that. I don't know, that just came to my mind when they talked about spending weeks just to figure out how to do this, you know? Okay, thanks to that, we're now able to plan how much of the clothes update process will be made by hand, building a high resolution asset, and how much can be automated, baking the old textures on the new meshes. Once again, we want to thank you for your patience and your support. We also would like to reiterate that the initial update will be free and that the players won't have to repurchase items they already own. Yay! I mean, I didn't think they would do that, so chill. Wow, this is cool. I like it. I don't know what else to say. What I do want to say is like, this actually looks really good for being on a completely different like body type. Like, it doesn't look that It doesn't look morphed. You know how, like, going back to like The Sims, sometimes if you got like The Sims custom content, if you had a different body type, sometimes the clothing would look morphed, and that's because of the whole polygon thing which they're talking about. And yeah, so it's also nice to see this because I think Star Stable wants to have a lot of different body types in the new update, like in the new characters. So the clothing not morphing is very nice because right now we only have one body type, so they only have to think about like one way the clothing fits. Whereas if they bring in a bunch of different body types, then I suppose they have to think about how the clothing, how over 10,000 assets are gonna work on multiple different models. You know, that's now doubled it from 10,000 to like 30,000 if there's only like 3 body types. We don't know how it's gonna work, so you know, I don't know, that's just, anyways. To paint, apply textures on a mesh, the artist needs to flatten the model. That flat display of the polygons is what we call UV. Ooh, very interesting. Yeah, a lot of things, it's very weird seeing them in that flat version. Sometimes for merch creation and things like that, you have to work in flat versions and things like that. It's weird. It kind of messes with, it's hard to like fit them together in my brain. But yes, horse tack, let's get into this. Hello, my name is Lotta. I am the character creature lead artist on SSO. My job is to make sure that everything with a spine looks good in the game and follows a style guide. Oh my gosh, style guide just took me back to my digital solutions in high school. Sorry. Woo, just had flashback. Oh gosh. I also work with normal art tasks and love doing NPCs, but today I'm going to talk about tack. Our old tack, some of which has been around since the Starshine Legacy games, which I do want to play actually. I really want to play the Starshine Legacy games. And like old Star Stable as well, like Star Stable Winter Riders and Autumn Riders and stuff. I think that'd be fun. Has many problems, and the 3D tools we had back then were not as good as now. 10 years ago, unwrapping was made by hand, and this resulted in texture stretching, which we know. I feel like there's a lot of texture stretching on the horses right now. Like, not, I don't know if they're going to be like, we've fixed this, and I'm here like, we have stretching in the game. Like, because you know how like saddle blankets look different on different horses? That really irks me sometimes. We have to skew the textures to make them look good in the game, and several old solutions are very hard to work with. The old models also have a much lower poly count. Poly count is how many polygons a mesh uses, and is why the old meshes look so pointy. Bad UV, good UV. Is that a saddle blanket that we have in the game? I don't think that is it? I don't even know. Whoa, yeah, you can definitely see the difference in the old Western saddles to the new Western saddles as well. Like, it's not just textures, it's literally just the amount of poly count in them, you know? Polygons? Oh, what's that? Anyways, at the horse and character team, we want to update the old tack to a new realistic versions with good UV. We also want to add the tack we feel is lacking. As a horse person myself, there are a ton of new things I would like to add, such as bonnets, martingales, I can speak, blankets, and so on. From a graphical point of view, it seems easy to add another item slot, but man, what a rabbit hole it was when we started looking into the technical aspect. We need to update the whole system, use interface, coding, inventory, shops, etc. Such a large project means that we need to plan properly for a joint effort in the future, which we want to do. And in the meantime, we will stick to the item slots we currently have. In this being said as well, I feel like, you know, every single time we get a new type of bridle as well. Obviously, I feel like bonnets and blankets are completely different, but, you know, for something which has to update the whole system, use interface, coding, inventory, shops, for one update, I feel like people would be like, I can't believe in this update they only gave us blankets. Even though we've wanted blankets, people would be like, it's still only blankets in this update. When in the behind the scenes, Star Stable was like, you don't understand, to add that, we had to change literally everything. I don't know, I just feel like there is always people who complain and things like that, and sometimes we just gotta deal with it. Like, people are always gonna complain because sometimes they're not even, okay, this is getting too deep, but sometimes they're not even complaining about Star Stable. Something went wrong on that Wednesday and they were just taking it out on the team, you know, because it's like when you work in like retail. I worked at Fish and Chips. I didn't get too many mad customers, but we had one person come in once and she was just so mad at us. And it was like for the smallest problem, but we were all just there like, you know what, she's probably had a bad day. So you know what, she decided to take it out on us, which isn't fair. But what am I looking at? Okay, I think that's my sign to move on. Then we have the retrofitting. Previously, when we retrofitted tack, we had a whole team spend several months fitting all Gen 3 horses at once. It produced a ton of bugs. We've decided this was a poor way of updating them, as we still find bugs from previous tack projects. That's good. They acknowledged a problem. I don't know what bugs they're talking about. Maybe they already fixed, like they fixed it before they took it out. I don't even know. When we add new gear to an older horse, we need to reload the horse breed in the engine. The problem is that all NPCs using that particular horse breed will break. See image below. We have now developed a tool to ensure that this won't happen, but it's not foolproof. Of course, nothing in technology is ever foolproof. Like, we are still working with technology here. Like, do you guys get mad at your laptop sometimes because it doesn't turn on or something, or like it's doing a weird thing? Unfortunately, that happens to them as well, and even in the game files. So, you know, we need a person to play through every single quest where that horse is used and take notes on where it breaks. This fall, we have made a test with the Lusitano to see how well the tool worked. Unfortunately, we ran into several bugs, one of which is still unsolved. I'm looking at you, Circus Race Lusitano. We will continue to update the horses in smaller batches, so it's more manageable for our, I think QA stands for Quality and Assurance, department and developers. Starting with the Equestrian Festival, we will reload the English Thoroughbred, the Lusitano, and the Arabian. Unfortunately, the Andalusian will have to wait because it's used in so many quests. I don't know why they used Andalusian as an example when I feel like there's a lot more horses than just the Andalusian. Maybe the Andalusian is a highly asked horse or something. I'm not. As a preparation for the next generation of horses, we are currently at generation 3, which started with the Connemara. We plan to have all essential tack updated, so we won't have to do too much retrofitting in the future. And we're moving on to the final section, I think, which is horse bonding. I'm very excited. I saw like little glimpses, but I didn't see enough to read it. Let's get started. Hey there, my name is Carolina, Caro for short, Caro, help, I can't. For short, and I'm a game designer here at Star Stable. I love learning about new people who work at Star Stable. Like, I follow some of the game developers on Instagram and stuff, but then you just find more people. There's so many people who work at Star Stable. It's so awesome getting to know them. Well, like, getting to know them, I don't know. You know what I mean. Last year we started talking about the role of horses in Star Stable Online. The love and appreciation for horses is shared by all our players and everyone here at Star Stable. We started to explore how to make the bond between horse and player more meaningful. We asked questions: what does it really mean to bond with your horse in real life? What prevents you from building that same connection with the horses in Star Stable Online? Possibly the pixels. Like, maybe some of us need to go outside and touch some grass. Anyways, that was like a /HJ, who am I? Half joke. Moving on. We recognize multiple challenges that we'd like to tackle. We want to ensure that each new horse feels like the start of an exciting journey. I know that you want that positively, but I have 200 horses, man. I buy multiple horses sometimes. I'd feel so it's fine. Okay, it's fine. I feel like this is going to be a way to show like which horse is really your favorite. Anyways, and we have lots of ideas for how we can help players express and explore their horses' personalities. We also want to give players more meaningful decisions over how they connect and play with their horses. Eventually, we even want to figure out what to do with our fully leveled horses. We call this the Horse Bonding Initiative. I love that. Okay, so let's open up this page here and see what we have. So we have Lusitano Generation 3, statistics, restrictions, change coat, change main, interesting. Looking at animations, description. This looks like a new buying a horse. Oh, yeah, buying a horse, browse, more line browse speeds. I don't know if this is like personalize and buy. This looks like a new buy horse screen, which is what I'm trying to say, but failing miserably. So we don't have like too much to like. It doesn't look like there's personal. Oh, maybe it explains underneath the image. Horse bonding is a huge initiative, and we decided to start at the beginning horse purchasing. It explains underneath the image, not the image. The first encounter between player and horse. This should be a meaningful experience, and we want to give players the tools to truly customize their horses. As a first step, we are trying to inspire roleplay by giving players additional narrative options such as age and gender to explore who their horse might be. A lot of people in the comment section of the last update video with customizing horses were like, I wonder if this means horse breeding is coming soon. And I forgot to mention this in the video, but I don't think horse breeding is coming since at least any time soon. Star Stable hasn't talked about it. Star Stable has a lot more that they want to do in the game right now than to even like with just one horse, than to think about bringing in 2 horses and foals into the game. I don't think that was meant to be a hey, breeding is coming soon. I think it was genuinely a roleplayers have asked for this. We want to encourage role-playing because Star Stable is an MMORPG and there isn't always quests. Once you finish all the quests, there isn't always more quests for you to do. You might not like training and things like that. Roleplay is actually a really big part of Star Stable, especially being an MMORPG game. So roleplaying is huge. So yeah. With that out of the way, we also explored alternative options for the concept art that appears when clicking buy horse. Instead of showing a generic loading screen, imagine a cutscene of the horse approaching you, indicating that this is the start of your shared journey. Yes, genuinely, why have I never thought about that? That's insane. Oh, and they have like it's such big pictures. Thank you, Star Stable. They've finally given me the quality pictures that I deserve. Send to Star Stable and ride now buttons. That's pretty epic. I do like that idea. Nothing is set in concrete yet, I don't think, but Star Stable, if you're watching this, good. This is the good stuff. This is what disappointed me about the age and gender thing, was that you could buy a horse and you didn't choose the gender when you bought the horse. You still had to go in later. This is good. So what I'm liking about this new buying horse screen is that it looks like you can actually possibly rotate this horse around and actually see before buying the horse some of the animations. Now, I still want to say that the animations will still probably feel different when you're actually riding the horse, but this is definitely a big step in the right direction. Things like that. I think when you click personalize and buy, it'll be things like choosing the age, name, and gender, things like that. I don't think it's gonna really be customizing horses per se, like choosing a different mane from a different coat. I think when they say change mane, it might be change mane style, so you can see the different mane styles all in one. But I might be wrong. I don't want to jump ahead of what we've already been told. So what we currently have in the game, I think, is what they're trying to bring into the buying the horse screen, not like mixing and matching horse breeds yet. I don't know, let me know what you guys think about that in the comments below. Let's finish up reading though. This is just the beginning though. We also want to add more information to horse purchases, such as the horse generation, available hairstyles, mane styles. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Where the horse variation is already owned. Oof. Why do I kind of need that? I kind of really need that because sometimes I just forget what horses I own and it's so bad. Lastly, we want to rework the horse purchasing in a way that finally solves the issue of running out of space in Jorvik for horses. With our old system, we had to place every horse in Jorvik. Ooh, very true. And the more horses we released, the more problematic the lack of space became. But it's kind of like wholesome being able to like go to the stable and there's just horses everywhere. But I guess there'll still be horses everywhere. With this new system, I think with this system, the Ferdinand's horse market will feel a lot nicer because currently there's like 13 pages of horses. It's kind of overwhelming. So maybe with this new system, it'll be slightly less overwhelming at Ferdinand's horse market. I don't know. It would be possible to show only one variation of each breed with the other variations accessed from the purchase window. However, we still wanted to give the option to see the variation in the world. So when you're inspecting a horse to buy and toggling between the available coats and breeds in that location, the horse in the world gets updated to the current variation you are previewing. So when will we be able to see the changes in the game? Ooh, this is very important. While the customization options for age and gender are already live, players can edit these anytime in their horse sheet. But next we need your help in the upcoming equestrian festival that happens on April 6th. Let me just quickly look at our date. That's literally next week. Half of our player base will see the new horse purchasing window for the horses sold at the festival. Just half of them? We'd love to hear what you think of the new horse purchasing window before we roll this feature out permanently. You bet I'm gonna be logging on to like every single alt account I own just to see if if any of them are the lucky half of the player base. Just because also from a content creation perspective, I think it would be very fun to make a video on it because it would definitely help you guys see it as well. But yeah, anyways, we loved, I think I already read that. The horse bonding initiative has just begun. First with the new customization options and soon with some purchasing improvements. Afterward, we are looking to improve the leveling experience and explore horse personalities. We'd love to hear how you want to bond with your equine companions in-game. We have an ambitious roadmap and strong desire to put the horse fantasy at the center of Star Stable. Thank you for reading. Wow, what a great read, don't you think? You literally read my mind. Hopefully this gave you some knowledge and insight into the incredible work that is done to further improve and make Star Stable the best it can be. Stay tuned for next month's blog. I think this has been one of the best month game blogs that we have ever received. I'm very, very hyped for it. Now, I've kind of given my opinion throughout the entire thing, but one last thing that I wanted to say about Explore Horse personalities is, for me, sometimes I don't know the horse's personality. Sometimes I feel like, even from a roleplay perspective, in my roleplay on my series, I don't really have a strong storyline or anything. I mean, the roleplay on my YouTube channel. I don't have a strong storyline, but sometimes I know Violet Flower Garden has a horse called Fergie in her stable, but in her roleplay, it's called Socks. And when you start talking about role-playing, some people use the same horse multiple times, but they have different personalities every single time. So I don't know how that works. Like, I feel like that's starting to constrict me to, if I only had enough star coins to buy 5 horses and all 5 horses already have like a personality done, then like, what if I wanted to use the same horse for a roleplay 2 different times and it's different horses? Like, I don't know how that would work. I can't really comment anything. That's just like a little noticey thing that I'm saying out loud. Anyways, update is about to begin. Star Stable has, yes, weekly update is down, so I have to edit this video and get it out. But yeah, I'm very excited for tonight's update. I'll see you guys there. I will see you guys there. Subscribe so you don't miss it. I'm kidding. Oh my gosh, I hope you guys are having an awesome day. I've had an awesome day, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you all so much for watching. See you later. Bye.